friends, in this video we are going to create pointer objects, because in all the previous videos we just created the normal objects and we used to call the functions inside those classes which are represented by those objects with the help of dot operator. In this program we will be creating a pointer object. Just you have studied or only want to understand more about the pointers, then you can watch our video on the C and you understand that what are the pointers and how do the functions with the primitive data types. In this program we are just trying to create a pointer object. So this I create a class rational. Rational numbers are the numbers which you know are of the form p by q, where p and q are integers. And here I create one default constructor's name is rational, and I'll set p because q cannot be 0 because I'm just trying to take the rational number as p over q, so q cannot be 0, so I just set it 1, because in this condition if p is 0 and q is 0, then you can say by default our rational number is 0. And the second functions I'll be taking two second constructor. This is parameterized constructors, and I'll be taking two values x and y. X will go into p and y will go into q. Then I'll simply just design one more function, and that will be called as show function. So void show, and I'll just define it outside the body of the class. So this is my show function declared inside the class. Now the class body terminates here only, and here it goes. So I define my show function void rational scope resolution operator show, and then I'm just trying to input them in the form of p by q. So I'll do a mechanism, because you know the displaying the elements in this kind of formats is always very tricky, and we use manipulations rather than having only concrete methods to do that. So just like the display, the way you control the display, so I just try to achieve this using the while printing line numerator in the first line, then a dash in the second line, and then the denominator in the third line, one by one, all inclined to the left hand side beginning of the line. So I think this way we can just see them in the form of p by q. So okay, then I'll go to design my int main functions. It should have, I'll create the object, so the rational. So what is best? Should I just take the number from the users? This is I'm defining a pointer variable rational asterisk obj. So obj is a pointer variable, pointer object you can say. And now to obj I'm calling this obj arrow. Instead of dot you need the arrow operator. So show function, and now get ch and return 0. So let's see how it works. So hopefully there is no error. And then okay, so let me name it as rational Coro 11 Corona series is going on. You can also mention Corona. This doesn't make any sense. So return 0, and okay, so no error. Now it goes by form of 0 by 0. So I simply try to create another function object. So another object, now see obj assigned address of r1 equal to ampersand r1. So there I have the value 2 by 9. So if I call the obj dot show function again, I'll get obj show now run again. So here it goes 2 by 9. Some garbage hell is also coming, but it's fine. At least it's displaying in the form of p by q. So here it goes, next time 2 by 9. So it's working fine. Thank you very much. Just so here also we can do some more changes, like I can accept the number from the user. Then I'll write int x, int y, then cout, enter the numerator and then enter denominator. And that way I can create the objects and I'll be passing the values to the function. So here it goes. Enter numerator, it will go into x, then enter denominator, it will go in y. Okay, and then I'll pass these two values into the object. So I'll see in y, then I'll create a new object, and then there also I can write instead of that. So already have object r1, and there, yes, I can make it x